weeks. Jen?
Well, summer is officially here, and you can certainly feel that this morning in the west. It won't be long before the heat is back in the east. So we're going to talk about ways that you can stay cool all summer and not break the bank. Joining us live here in studio is Jeff Mason. He's a field services rep with Cobb EMC. And Jeff, we're going to talk about trying to save money on energy. Let's talk about some just basic steps we can do to help save money in our homes.
Well, I guess the big thing you want to look at primarily is insulation. That's probably the #1 thing I see. I do residential energy audits for Cobb EMC, and we'll go into an attic and have a look around, and most of the time it's lack of attic insulation, or even if a home has been there for a number of years, the blow-in cellulose insulation will compact, so it's not insulating like it should.
We think so much about insulation in the winter, but it's important in the summer too?
Exactly. When you're paying for those to keep your home cool, you're using that money to try to keep it cool, and you want all that cold air to stay inside, so it needs to be thoroughly insulated. And here in the state of Georgia, it's an R30. That's the code for attic insulation.
So what else? What are some other things we need to consider?
If you don't already have one, it's a good idea to look into a programmable thermostat. It's possible to save anywhere from 5 to 10% over a year's time using a programmable thermostat.
What about windows? You talk about losing heat in the wintertime out your windows. What about the cool air?
The big thing on the windows is make sure they are caulked properly. Caulking is something on the exterior of the home that seals around the edges of the windows and doors. And that stuff will weather over time, crack and fall out. So you want to make sure that that's in good order. And double pane glass if you're so inclined to do a home improvement of that nature.
Blinds, and does that make a big difference?
Exactly. Especially if you have a side of your home that is getting a lot of afternoon sun, blinds or shades, make sure you pull those down.
And they make a big difference.
They do. They cut that heat gain the sun is putting on the home during the day, especially the hottest part of the day.
So tell me about the service that Cobb EMC offers, and most energy companies offer, right, where you go out and help consumers identify trouble spots in their home?
Correct, Jen. It's an energy auditing service that Cobb EMC offers, and it's not just us. Southern Company has similar services, and all of the other EMCs across the country will offer some sort of service. At Cobb EMC, our service is a free service. If somebody calls in and they want an energy audit performed, we'll be glad to come out and do it for them.
That's really cool, because who doesn't want to save some money, right?
Exactly.
And plus just make your house more comfortable, too.
Exactly.
All right. Well, you're going to be back again next hour, and I want to ask our viewers if you have any questions, you can just email them to us at weekendview@weather.com or stick them on our Facebook pages, and we'll talk more about some tips on saving money as the summer heats up, and it certainly is across parts of the West right now. Eric?
We could all use a little extra change in the pocket, that's for sure. Coming up, we're talking about the tropics. Our hurricane specialist, Dr. Greg Postel, is tracking Delilah in the East Pack. With the 4th of July around the corner, we'll see if anything is going to happen in the Atlantic. All ahead on Weekend View after your local weather on the 8s.